Welcome everyone to episode 10 of Wyrmfall. This is Demon Gate on Blades and Blasters. The players are continuing their adventure through the swamps of Haktal. We have a new player tonight joining us as the group continues to delve into the dark ruin of this old Sharfine tomb that they randomly found. I've been doing a lot of random generated stuff for this game. I'll do some GM whispered rolls to myself and use the random generators to find out what these encounters are. Let's see. So just to let you guys know, Doc, have you been playing any other games lately since you joined back in?
This will be my first one back.
Oh, okay, cool. Sweet. Returning, we have Doc, and this will be his first game. Awesome. So, who are the players tonight? Just introduce yourself, and your name and what character you're playing. We can start with Wanderer.
Hi, I'm Wanderer. I am playing Duragar Stonerunner. He is a mongrel, a dwarf scout who has knowledge of both trails above ground and the deep paths, and perhaps a little substance problem.
He also can't make a shot to save his life.
Yeah, he gets highly distracted by elves.
And Bees.
Hey, Bees here. I'm playing Shuthar, the Sharfine, that's the lizard folk, and he is a warrior, and he's just a good guy. He is not bad, he is good.
Just a little simple also.
Yes. There's a language barrier, cultural barrier.
The Russian lizard man. And Jester.
I'm Jester. I'll be playing Gunratet. Mine Tep, so catfolk. Very nimble, likes his stealth, and he may or may not be planning on stealing a ship in the future. We'll see how that plays out. And his little bit slow friend thinks he's a naval commander.
Awesome. And Doc.
I'm Doc. I'm going to be playing the Stunna Handsome Rick, and he is an ogre warrior. He has trained from childhood in the arts of war, warcraft, and he is going to find out how he would be joining this group of people tonight, and I can't wait.
And I'm Rogue. I'm the GM tonight. Check out the website, arcanumsyndicate.com, and look for the newsletter. Coming out with a new book, The Mystic East, soon. Lots of martial arts, ninjas, and samurais.
Is the artwork as good as the book that I bought?
Oh, it's gonna be great, yeah.
The core player book, amazing and phenomenal artwork.
Oh, thank you. Awesome. I'm gonna take you guys over to the map here, and you guys should remember this map.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing much has changed. I took out Hum-Nahar, but I'm gonna do a little intro here and let you guys know what's going on. Handsome Rick, you are in this scene as well, but I'm gonna say when I get to you, you're just gonna be waking up, and maybe like, I don't know if you were maybe you're traveling through these swamps or something. For some reason, you can make that up if you want to or whatever. But
Sure.
But I was thinking maybe you were attacked and overwhelmed, and this is where they're gonna meet you. But let me do this intro real quick here. And just let me know if you guys can see that handout.
Yes.
Right. The ruins of the ancient tomb in the swamps of Haktal have been unsettled by wicked spirits. There's more than one spirit within. The tormentor that was fought and destroyed last time by the adventurers was not the only one to haunt the remains of this place. The water drips from the roof, runs across the walls, as if the very stones of the tomb were barely holding the swamp at bay. The roots that curl through the cracks in the walls show that this grave will eventually be overcome and reclaimed by the earth. As the group stands in the center of the chamber, looking further into the dark, towards what might be the end of the wicked place, they realize this was once a prison as well. The door back in the other chamber was sealed, and it had Sharfine runes inscribed all around it. Somehow, whatever was locked in it must have gotten out, if that was what you were fighting before in the game prior to this. Were there more like that? Marcos calls down from the outside, shouting for the demon hunter. Amnahar! There is something happening out here. You better come and take a look. I knew it was a bad idea. You're stirring up ancient spirits in there. We need to be more concerned with the ancient spirits of Wyrmfall, not this place. At least the ones at Wyrmfall are rich. What are you going to find in there? Some old bones and feathers? Come on. And then Humnahar basically tells you all to be careful, that he'll guard the entrance. You'll notice the ancient Sharfine writings on the walls. They kind of tell the story of. You can see the priests and the paintings on the walls, or the carvings on the walls. Look like his acolytes are praying to this symbol, which is a circle. That's a broken circle. They're kind of like kneeling before it, and there's an altar depicted in this little mural on the wall here. The broken circle. Shuthar, you would notice that that's the god of darkness. I think you learned about that last time.
Mm-hmm.
That this was a tomb or a place to worship the god of darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And when you were a child, you were told stories that all the dark feelings that you have inside and all the bad feelings and evil, they come from Nagath, the Dark One. So you see these lizard men kneeling before their god and worshipping it. And on this altar, right before the circle, the broken circle image, you see a smaller Sharfine figure kind of strapped to the altar. And there's a priest standing above it with a crisp blade. It looks like it might be about to be sacrificed. So as you are all standing in this area here, go ahead and make your perception checks.
Rogue, I was thinking that because I was outside before, I was thinking that maybe Marcus would have sent me down to replace Humnahar.
Oh,
with the group.
Yes, that makes perfect sense. Let me grab you. I thought I already put you in there. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah, okay, so outside, this makes sense. Outside, there was this weird wind that started to pick up when you guys were out there, and like a strange darkness set in, which changed the whole atmosphere of the place out there. So Marco started to get weirded out by it. Like, what the hell's going on? They went into this tomb, and now all of a sudden this weird shit's going on, So he got a little scared, and he was like, "Hey, fucking, Nahar, get out of here, you demon hunter!" And so he runs out, and yeah, that makes perfect sense for you to come down there and find this place.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not going to hit anything with a bow in a high wind. Not that I tend to anyway, but
Or in a low wind.
You never know. A twig might not get in your way down here.
It's true.
But you guys can go ahead and make perception checks. And also, Handsome Rick. You can do that as well. If you click on your token, there should be a macro above that pops up, and it'll have attributes. And if you click on that, it'll have a drop down for you that you can pick perception, and then just hit enter, and it'll roll it for you.
Oh, I rolled.
Oh, you already did that.
I rolled it on the character sheet.
Cool.
It's the
That
same
works
thing.
too. Yeah, that works too. So Handsome Rick, I would say you remember kind of making your way through the swamp, and this same kind of, the weird wind and stuff started to pick up and alerted you to something, but you were overcome and knocked out before you could really know what was going on. Kind of lifted off your feet, which is unusual because you're a huge dude. You're an ogre, so something was powerful. Maybe it threw you into a tree or something. Now you're waking up and you're bound to this altar in this ruin, and it's where it's like water's running down the walls and stuff, and this old tomb, there's vines growing everywhere. You can see over on this wall here, there's a kind of like a pole arm attached to the wall, and it looks like a real wicked looking blade, strange scratch marks on it. There's also some large chain with runes on it that's attached to this stone portal over here. And you can hear the sounds of people coming from this way. So you guys can go ahead and take over. You do notice down farther in this in the tomb, you do notice like a creature laying on a table or the altar of some sort, and he's moving now. They're stirring.
Is this down to the south? Where is this?
Yeah, that's down to the south, where you guys were kind of like looking and starting to make your way into. Now you're starting to kind of finally see at the edge of your vision down there in the dark.
Okay. Well, I suppose Shuthar can see in the dark this thing with his vision. And having just killed this awful beast we killed last session, Shuthar will want to carefully step around it and say, "There's someone alive. This way. Draw your weapons. He may not be friendly. Like this one." He steps around the tentacled beast.
Just then, Gunra, in his fashion, kind of sneaks off.
Duragar was already looking in the same direction as Shuthar, and he kind of nods and says,
Stealth roll.
I see
Holy
it.
crap, sorry. 46 stealth.
Wow.
What happened there?
Damn.
It's incredible.
Hey, but my concealment was only 11.
Okay, fair. Sorry, I didn't interrupt Duragar's roleplay there.
No, yeah, he's looking in that same direction. He goes, yeah, I see it. Big booger.
Yes, he could be not good. Let us proceed carefully. He's holding his spear in hand, very carefully proceeding.
We've also got my little buddy, the bard.
Yeah, the bard is still scared. Very cautiously, he's Calamir is like clinging to the wall almost and like peeking around the corner because you guys had just killed that tormentor, and yeah, he starts coming around timidly.
Cool.
You should perhaps go first, my friend.
Of course,
Look.
I will protect you.
And he looks to Duragar as well, and he's like, you can go as well if you wish.
Duragar's kind of standing where he is and says, I can see well enough from here. And he's got an arrow knocked, and he's just watching.
Gunra is, of course, a little bit timid, so while advancing, he's actually going to see how far he wants to go. So that's a willpower roll. Yep. I don't want to go. I'm gonna stay back a little bit.
You okay? Do we all want to leave now?
No. You go ahead. See what's yeah. There might still be somebody needs your help. You never know.
Yes. Okay. Shuthar will continue. Sort of sleeking. He's got his he's slouching and doing his lizard walk with his spear tightly in two hands as he approaches.
Hey, I'm sorry, Rogue. Can Rick hear them where he is at right now? Does he hear the noises coming down the hall, or
He
see
does.
anything?
Yeah,
He
I wasn't
does.
really stealthily whispering or anything.
You can see a lizard man now, and he's coming with a spear through the water. And he seems like he's being cautious and looking, very cautious, looking around. He does notice you, and you are bound by by the hands and the legs, kind of attached to this altar. There's dried blood on it. You can smell it, and kind of gore still entrails like on the floor next to it. You can try to break free if you want to.
Yeah, I will try and struggle free from the ropes or the bounds, whatever they are.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength check. And like I was saying before, you can do it through your attribute, token warrior. Okay, cool, nice. So you're able to. What do you want to break free first?
Well, a hand. Anything so I can use my hand to start pulling at the other bonds.
Yeah. And you can see that the binding, it's not chain, so it's some kind of hemp rope, and you struggle against it, and you're strong enough to it snaps. It's Shuthar, you would definitely see this, and he breaks free.
He's
from
escaping
one of
from
his
something.
binds. Yeah.
Shuthar will, instead of slinking down low, he'll just stand up and say, "Are you prisoner? Are you safe?"
Is that someone down there? I could use some help if you're friendly.
Yes, we are friends. Shuthar will come up the stairs and say, "You are friendly?"
And Rick looks down at himself as if that would somehow answer the question for himself. Well, I believe I'm friendly. Unless you're not, then I might not be.
Oh no, I am good, and you are good, so we will not fight.
Gunra is currently now pulling out. I'm gonna say throwing knives, just in case.
And as he's walking up, Rick will finish freeing himself while keeping one eye on this reptile walking up to him, and he'll keep one eye on him as he quickly pulls at the other ropes and kind of snaps them off, and turns on the table he's sitting on the edge for just a moment before standing up to his full height in front of this guy.
Yeah. So
Rick slowly just kind of walks around and keeping an eye on him still, just nonchalantly walks over to the wall and grabs that blade on the wall, turns around and faces Shuthar.
Okay, so you are completely freed of all of your binds now? Is that what I'm to understand?
I assume that was the point of me breaking my hand free.
Fair. Okay. Shuthar was pulling out his dagger to help cut loose your binds, but now that you are walking around and grabbing a weapon, Shuthar will take a couple steps back on the stairs and say, okay, friend, we are friendly." He's still kind of testing you out, pointing the dagger or not the dagger. No, he grabs his spear again, putting his dagger back.
Rick takes his left hand and rubs his forehead, squints his eyes tight just a little bit, and I don't quite remember how I got here. I do have a headache though. Where are my things? And he starts looking around the room, ignoring the lizard.
Is big scary monster your thing? Shooter will point toward the other direction.
Glances up at the direction he's pointing, takes a step closer and looks through the dark down the hall. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's one of the things that put me here. I just know I woke up here, splitting headache. My things are missing. And he starts looking around the room again.
This is curious. Do you like Nagath, the Dark One? He raises a lizard eyebrow.
And Rick has absolutely no idea who or what he's talking about. And just kind of brushes it off as he grunts and continues to look around the dark room for his things. I don't know a Dark One. I don't know hardly anyone. I don't know you. I don't know what I'm doing here. I just know I was waylaid out in that swamp there and woke up here.
Shooters, this is tricky. They like to deceive the worshippers of the Dark One. You may try to deceive me. You are honest man?
Are you still alive? Do you still draw breath?
Yes.
Yes, I'm honest. You can trust me. You make one move towards me, though, and all of that changes.
Okay. Shooter turns around. He is friend! Shooter just calls out to his companions.
Okay, Duragar's walking cautiously down there because he heard some of that and he's not sure he interprets it quite the same way. But yeah, probably mostly.
I am Shuthar. These are my friends.
Gunra's staying in the shadows. He's not budging.
Shuthar's is not normally the face of the party.
he sees some giant beast of an ogre walking around down there, getting awfully close to Shuthar, and he's ready to throw his knives.
He looks for his things. They are missing.
And you'll see a dwarf in leather armor with a short bow, kind of with an arrow nocked, but not like pointing at you or anything. It's pointing down at the ground, and he's keeping an eye on Rick, and sort of calls down, "Big fella, what you doing down here?"
And Rick looks down the hall to see where that came from and sees Durgar there. Boy, I was just making my way through this swamp here. Woke up on this table tied down. Then this little lizard thing here, he comes walking up. Now I'm just looking for me things.
Oh, someone took all your stuff.
Well, I'm assuming you ever tied me to this table.
Aye.
And if I find them, I'm not going to be happy with them.
Can't say I blame you. That table says sacrifice if anything I've ever seen does. Well, look, if you don't mean any ill will towards us, then we don't mean any ill will towards you. So, how's about we help you look for your stuff?
And Rick takes the weapon that he pulled off the wall and kind of flicks it with his big giant sausage finger. Ding! This looks pretty solid here. I'll start with this while I keep looking for my things.
I want to mention something. Durgar, were you trying to move quietly? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter really because you were talking.
Yeah, I know. I was talking and I wasn't really trying. I was moving quietly, but I wasn't moving like really quietly. So I was not making a huge amount of noise, but I wasn't trying to be unnoticed.
And I do want to mention that in that area, the circular chamber, there were a lot of murals on the walls, the ancient writing in Sharfine. There's a few passageways that branch off to the east and to the west. Gunratet, you're pretty much invisible right where you are, kind of like near the wall there, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
When Duragar started to pass through that area, the water's basically kind of up to his waist there.
Oh wow!
You're pretty sure over here that you saw some kind of movement under the water, like as if maybe like an alligator or something lizard-like was under it moving, and the tail went like, swayed back and forth, as if it was passing from one part of the chamber to the other.
All right, so Gunratet takes that knife blade that he's been holding ready to throw and flips it over so that when he throws it, it'll actually just hit with the handle to Duragar instead of shouting out and revealing his position.
Okay. And did you want to hit him with it?
Yeah.
Just to hit him with the blunt end.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Yeah, exactly. Worst character death ever.
Yeah, I'm just trying to throw it to get his attention.
Yeah, no worries. Was the intelligence check, was that like you trying to decipher those
pictures while I'm standing in front of the column?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just lots of pictures of lizardmen.
Yeah.
And Shuthar is oblivious to the danger behind him. He's made a new friend.
But
Okay.
How does Duragar react to getting hit with the handle of the throwing knife?
Yeah, so he suddenly gets this sort of thunk into his back, and he first of all whirls round with his bow up. And then when he realizes he's not actually in pain, he looks down and sees the knife. He carries on looking round for a second. Then when he doesn't see anyone, he kind of relaxes the bow a little bit, switches the arrow so he's gripping it with his bow hand as well, and he's got a free hand, and then reaches down and looks at the knife and recognizes it as one of Gunratet's knives. And then light dawns, and you can't see Gunratet out there, but he kind of nods off into the darkness, and then he'll put the knife into his belt, and then backs down the stairs with his bow drawn again, and says, lads, we should be a little bit cautious here. There's something going on. I don't know what yet. Be wary. Expect ambush.
Gunnar kind of fades back a little bit.
One more thing, Shuthar.
Mm-hmm.
When you noticed Handsome Rick take that polearm off the wall,
Yes.
you can see like the blade is like really well made, and it looks like maybe a Sharfine weapon or a Molfine weapon. Molfine are the darker race.
Right.
You do notice some strange writing around the polearm where it was placed, and then there's like the broken circle. The symbol of Nagath is like directly below it, where it was hanging.
So it's not on the weapon, but it was next to where the weapon was hanging?
Right, it was on the wall, and kind of the polearm was laying across it on top of the circle.
So I would have seen. This weapon you carry, it's not good. It comes from the bad god. You don't want this weapon.
And Rick looks down at him and looks around. Well, until I find my weapons, this one will do. And this kind of
Duragar.
sniffles and... Go ahead.
Sorry. No, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm done.
And Duragar sort of looks at him and looks at Shuthar and looks at the weapon and says, All right, but if you suddenly discover you want to murder us all, or you feel really thirsty for blood or something, just drop the damn thing, all right?
And Rick, confused by the statement, squints his eyes just a little bit and tilts his head, almost as a dog trying to make out a command that he doesn't understand. If I get the urge to kill someone, or with this splitting headache and me things missing, I do have the urge to kill someone, as a matter of fact. And he just kind of thunks the pole arm down, and so the metal clinks off of the stone floor.
Duragar doesn't look too reassured by that, and he kind of takes an involuntary step back, and then casting a glance towards Shuthar and another one towards Rick, he kind of says, "Well, look, we should be wary." And he turns his attention back towards this room. But you notice he is sometimes just glancing back over his shoulder in a slightly nervous fashion.
Just then, Gunra throws another knife in this direction right here, hitting this wall, causing a spark.
Duragar whirls towards that wall, and he's just keeping his eyes trained on that area. So he's watching this entrance, and he's watching the water. So he comes up to about here. Is there anywhere he can get to that's out of the water? Is any of this? Looks like the walls are uneven here. Is there anywhere, a ledge or anything he can get onto?
There's little dwarf legs.
Primarily only on the stairs. There is like a little place there. You could probably stand up on over there. Yeah, that little ledge there.
Yeah, because I want to be able to sort of cover this entrance. So I'm gonna get up on this ledge then.
Okay, cool. It'll keep you at least out of the water, but it is kind of difficult to balance on.
Oh, okay. In that case, maybe not. I'll stay here. And just stay out of the water.
I would say, like, you could stand on it, but if something happened in a combat situation, it could be possible to fall off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and also using a bow, you want to be on a steady footing. Yeah.
Cool.
So I'll stay where I am.
How brave is Gunra feeling right now?
While all of that's going,
Yep, no, he's staying right where he's at.
What is Rick doing?
Rick continues to kind of look around the room. He grabs these chains and kind of just throws them out of the way and moves out of the way while he looks for his stuff. Do I notice anything about the chains, Rogue?
Yeah, the chains seem to have like similar markings on them, the same as the polearm, and it seems to be connecting to almost like a doorway or something, and it's bolted. There's part of those chains are bolted to the floor, and then the chains kind of lead up. Two of them do, to kind of have more bolts that are connected to that wall there.
And Rick just gives a good strong tug on them just to see how strongly they're bolted in and down to the floor and onto the wall.
It does start to move.
Okay.
I'm gonna open that up for you there.
Hearing the sound of the chains rattle, Gunra would go ahead and, instead of having knives in his hand, would grab the javelins. They worked well for him against the other creature.
Duragar, having not really gone into the chamber, calls over his shoulder towards Shuthar. Got any other exits up there? Or is it a dead end?
Some Rick twirls as much of the chain around his wrist and grabs as much of it as he can and puts all of his weight into it and just gives a solid tug backwards with all of his weight, pulling those chains against that wall.
Nice. They you pull the door open,
Cool.
and are you trying to pull the chain off of the floor?
Yeah, I'm just yanking the chains up. I mean,
Yeah, you got it.
with his frustration and anger, he's like just yanking the chain out of every place that it's locked in.
This thing could actually, like when you pull it up, a lot of the stone breaks that it's bolted to. I mean, this could operate as a flail right now.
Yeah. Then he circles the chain a couple of times around his arm, and just keeps that in his left hand and the pole arm in his right, and walks back over to Shuthar. Little lizard.
Mm. My
It
name is
looks like
Shuthar. My name is Shuthar Ulfbog. He like pounds his chest with pride. He says, I am a defender of the good. What is your name, big person?
my name's Rick. Just Rick. But in any case, little lizard, go get your friends and take a look at this. It looks
Yes,
like there's a doorway here.
yes, Rick. I will protect you, he says as he looks up at you, the big giant guy. Rick found a secret door. Shuthar like yells out loud to the party.
Duragar says, all right, keep it down a bit. And he calls over quietly, ostensibly to, well, I guess everyone's heard that, so he doesn't need to pass it on. But he's going to stay here and he's going to beckon Calamir over and also make kind of gesture towards his eyes and gesture over in this direction to Calamir. Get it and make sure he pays attention.
Calamir looks totally afraid, but he nods and he starts to slowly creep across the water. Go ahead, Gunratet and Duragar, please make a perception check.
Have I got observation? And would I be able to use observation in this case?
Oh,
I
definitely.
have. Okay, let me see if I've got it. Oh, I
Nope,
thought I
everything
had
looks fine.
Let me just see. I thought I had it, but maybe I don't. Observation. Yes, I do. Okay, I'll do it from here. Yeah.
Let me check real quick. Oh.
You
All
know,
right.
with a maximum roll of 16 for my perception, that's not bad for me.
What did you get? A 16?
My maximum roll is 16, and I got a 7 out of 16, so I guess
Oh,
it's
okay.
horrible.
Although if you'd have got 16, it would have exploded. So.
All right.
Yeah.
As handsome Rick kind of turns after opening that door and starts talking to Shuthar, Rick, you start to feel that, like that strange wind again that you started to notice when you were out in the swamps and got jumped.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of that breeze starts to come through again, like that strong wind, and as Calamir is kind of creeping over, I think he knows that you're kind of using him as bait right now. And
Actually, do want him to kind of join us though, because if we're going off through this secret door they've discovered, he needs to come with us. So.
Yeah.
Here, fishy, 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 fishy.
I'm gonna say, out of the water jumps this lizard creature with a blade in his hand, and he's kind of moving in slow motion right now. Looks like he's about to stab Calamir or grab him, and stick the blade into him. But you can tell this creature is definitely undead. His ribs are showing, and part of his face is rotten off. And I'm going to have everybody roll initiative here now.
Fun. Oh, battle cry, so everyone gets a +1 from me.
Yeah, you could do that.
Shuthar's like, danger is what he yells.
So modifier 1 on the roll.
Yeah, I think Rick can do that too, right? If you want to.
Is that all warriors get that?
Oh,
At a certain
Yeah.
level, yeah.
Um,
Is it battle cry? What is it?
So
Yeah,
war cry.
War cry. Yeah.
yeah. I hear someone off in the distance yell, so I yell at. I feel that wind. That's what happens. I feel that wind as I open that door, and just as that wind is hitting me and reminding me of being ambushed, waylaid, and brought down to this place, tied down, the hair on the back of my neck stands up, and I hear someone else's war cry, which makes me snap my head over to Shuthar, my new friend, and I yell, "Get in line behind me!" and do my own war cry to give everyone else another +1.
Cool. So total of +2 to everybody's initiative mod, and I'm gonna actually write that pole arm into your sheet real quick.
Sweet, thank you.
Not unarmed anymore.
Now mine, I included the +2 in my roll.
I did the same.
Oh, cool.
I included mine.
I did not. Do you want me to just? Oh, you can just do it manually. Oh.
Okay, sweet. This is a glaive, so I'm gonna D20 and D6 is the damage. I don't think you guys aren't 8th level yet. No. All right. I'm gonna call it the Dark Glaive for right now until this is identified.
Okay.
You don't have any pluses or specialization in pole arms, do you?
Not in pole arms, I don't.
Okay, so it's gonna just be +0, but to hit, but it does a D20 and a D6 damage.
Whew.
Actually, it's gonna give you a +1 bonus right now. So okay.
Nice.
And there we go. It should be set up. If you use the attack macro, or if you want to go straight from the sheet, it's okay either way.
Okay.
All right, everybody set up on the initiative there?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That was just a test.
Right. Rolling this. There's only 4.
Come on, keep those rolls low. Yeah, that's fine.
Awesome. Shuthar goes first. Let's change the music.
Yeah.
All right, Shuthar. That breeze and then the shouts. Yep, you're ready to go. That ghoul is about to stab Calamir. Luckily, you act first.
I am so sorry. You said Shuthar X first?
Yeah.
Man, I apologize.
Oh, it's all good.
Brain farted out there. Shuthar, forgive me. I always forget how movement works in this game. How far can I move?
Should be listed next to your dex
Sure.
on your sheet, and it'll have your move, and it'll say a number and then slash another number. So the first number is your regular move, and the second number is your running. It does not take actions to move.
Sure. So
you can
5, 10, 2, 3, 4, just shy of like melee range. So at that point,
Well, you can run to him. You can run to him if you want to.
And what does that mean effectively for?
For melee, nothing. You're not going to lose anything
Okay.
mechanically.
Fun. Then once I'm there, then I will attack with my spear. Which is. Do I have?
If you go,
Yeah, I got 3 actions.
okay.
so I can.
Do you have combo attack, the talent?
I do not have that one just yet.
Okay, so you could do a quick attack or a heavy attack.
Yeah, we're gonna heavy.
You can also choose to aim for
Right.
one action,
Aim
which
and
would
heavy. So it's 2 and 3, 2 modifier.
2
Three
modifier,
actions?
and that'd be 3 actions. That's correct.
Thank you.
I think that was your
Oh my
thing last
gosh, what a garbage roll!
time.
Golly.
So it sees at the last moment that you got him right through his armor
That's
too.
Fun. That's fun. All right, damage. I got my spear.
And this will be multiplier or power
Just
2.
poking right at this thing, probably right in its side as it's coming in toward my friend Calamir. So power is ×2.
Mm-hmm.
Just jab him right in the side.
All right. That's a wound. Why isn't it popping up? Okay, there we go. Through his armor, 22 damage. Glish. Rips into his ribs there. Did you want to burn any frenzy, or are you good?
No, I'm good.
All right, it is Handsome Rick's turn now.
So Rick sees that thing jump out of the water and sees Shuthar run off after it. Somewhat considering Shuthar a new friend who would have helped him had he not broken out himself, Rick immediately runs off to try and help him. My run is 4.
And now it's terrible.
So I just lumber. Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah. One cool thing about ogres that you can remember too is they have this ability called lob. So basically, you could pick up big rocks or anything that's big and throw it.
Throw Duragard. Throw the dwarf.
Dwarf cannon.
And I do want to mention something else too. Behind you, there was a strange sound coming from that door that you opened.
I thought
So-
I heard the wind, but I didn't know there was something beyond that.
Yeah, I should have
did.
mentioned this to you. But so if you want to change your actions, that's totally cool. Or you can do that.
2, 3,
This big ass
4.
lumbering steps back.
I am going to say, let's play a sound. This is what the sound is. It'll be more helpful to what you choose to do here.
Yeah. Maybe I still will run the other way.
Yeah, I would say that follows the wind from that doorway.
Hearing that, Rick glances off at the fight happening in the water over there with Shuthar, and he sees Durgar on the stairs there, and he glances at them, but then he turns his head towards that sound, and he takes the polearm, holds it up in front of him, and he goes standing behind this pole right here, and just looking straight down the doorway, holding the polearm down, planning to brain anyone or anything that comes out that door. So that was my movement. My movement only got me right here.
Did we lose Rogue?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was muted that entire time. I told you this whole story. I was going to say this is a perfect time for a defensive stance. If you want to take defensive stance, mechanically that'll allow you to roll twice to defend and pick the highest one.
Yes, so I will stand behind this pillar, put it between me and the door, and take a defensive stance.
Awesome. All right. It is a ghoul's turn. The one you just stabbed, Shuthar. Oh, I didn't roll initiative for Calamir, did I? Sorry
No.
about that, Calamir. We always forget in Calamir.
NPCs. This is the way.
Is that with his +2?
Oh yeah, we gotta give him 9.
Attaboy.
Thank you for reminding me. 9, there we go. Alright, Calamir will go after Gunra Tet. The ghoul here is going to... Oh, he is going to attack Shuthar after getting stabbed. And this is going to be a heavy attack.
All right. I forget that Shuthar has a shield. I said he was attacking with 2 hands, but I forget he also has a shield. Is that cool to use that?
Oh yeah, it's cool.
Thanks, I just forgot about that.
Many breaks in between the games.
Yeah.
Oh, he tried to get it.
So what happens there?
28 damage. What's your armor?
So
26?
26, baby. Yeah.
Only 2 gets through.
Nice.
Nice armor.
None of that's on my shield then, huh?
No.
Cool.
You were trying to get the shield in the way, but...
Yeah, he got around it.
Alright. Gunratet.
Question: are all the tokens on the board active and visible? If we can see them right now.
I'm gonna say yeah.
All right. Gunra, from his advantage point, can actually see an archer bearing down on his 2 friends in the middle of the room.
He's coming up out of the water, Rambo style, with a bow in his hands.
And
Sneaky
just
Gunra.
then, a javelin launches from Gunra's hand. So I do have line of sight on this guy.
Cool. And you're hidden really well.
And bam. Modifier. Sneak attack doesn't get modifiers, but
But he can't defend it because he hasn't seen you. So all you have to do is roll over a 5.
alrighty.
I think he said
And I am going to do a 2-powered attack, but also with blindside and all that. Do I go ahead and add that now, or do I add that to the attack?
That'll be to the damage if you hit him.
Okay.
Poof.
Oh, that's the
alright.
damage.
sorry.
there.
Sorry.
Oh.
We should keep
Damn,
that. That's pretty good.
It's been too long. That's only with the +2. That's
Times
only
2,
with the
yeah.
Times 2. I still got ×3 more to go.
Yeah. But go ahead and roll the there you go. Oh,
I rolled the knife
Oh my
by
gosh.
mistake.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
it's all good. It still hits.
All right, and so 32. So that's what 96 damage to.
All right, how do you kill this ghoul?
Just when I see him popping out Rambo style, Gunra just launches a javelin and it goes right through his eye and spears him in the wall. He's just kind of hanging there, like just flopping in the water.
Sweet.
Are you finished, Gunratet?
Gunra's actually going to. I can move, right? Still.
Yeah, as long as you have actions, you can still move.
Yeah, I only used 2 actions. But instead of moving, I only took 2 from that attack. So I'm going to go ahead and launch another javelin right at the other ghoul that he can see, which is going to be this one.
Cool. And this one he can try to dodge because the element of surprise has been used.
Yeah. All right. So,
Roll higher than
and I do. Yeah, much higher. 2 action because I do have a total of 5 actually when I'm doing melee attacks.
Jeez. Wow.
He is outnumbered, so he suffers. Okay, there you go. He was hit.
Oh my god!
That's great.
Power 2
Shit.
damage.
Devlin. Modifier none, but power 2 damage. 12.
Rolled a 1 and a 3.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, that does seem to hurt him a little bit, but some sticks into his armor. Alright. Calamir. I think Calamir is gonna poop his pants. Let me see. I'll make his willpower check.
Mechanically speaking.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. He's not totally useless this time. Calamir is going to use his battle song ability.
Nice. He's gonna sing with this thing in his face.
God. He does give everybody a +1. What do you guys want, dodge or attack?
Attack, I would probably say, is my vote.
Yeah, sure. I forgot that our battle cries also give us a +1 to our attacks. I forgot about that for the first round. But we're still in the first round.
Cool. Alright, and once he does that, he is going to try his heavy attack with his claws. I didn't know he didn't have any weapons.
Huh.
So he shouts out a scream, a very nicely toned scream, and claws at the creature.
I imagine kind of like a just like sitting there like clawing like frantically.
Well, he gets 2 damage in. All right, Durakar, it's your turn.
Yeah, so did Duragar hear that noise coming from the door up in the room?
Yes.
It's kind of between the two.
Yeah.
Okay, so he thinks things. He knows that Gunratet is somewhere off to the side in this room, and there's the other 2 of them there, and he can only see one ghoul. So he thinks this room looks pretty okay, and he goes up to. I seem to be stuck.
Oh, okay.
Can't
Are you stuck on that?
open.
You're stuck in a
That's
pole?
what it was.
Oh.
Stuck on a pillar. Yeah, thanks. And he moves up to here. He's kind of here. He's kind of taking partial cover behind this outcropping, and he's peering around it to try and look in this direction at the room, and trying to give Rick some backup, but also not be too obvious a target in the room. So he's gonna, I guess, can he kind of hold an action?
Yeah, you could actually, if you want to, hold your actions, or you could, to hold your actions, you have to not move at all.
Oh, okay. Can I aim?
But you can set aside 2 actions at a -2 to hit, and wait there if you want to.
Oh, yeah.
To fire off a heavy shot or a dead-eye shot if you want to.
Yeah, that's great. Perfect, thank you.
And that's kind of... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. As Durgar moves into position, and Rick is fortifying his position there, Rick goes ahead, and with everything that's been going on, he can just feel his blood boiling. So he's going to spend 1 saga point to use Blood Rush.
And that will give you the adrenaline rush. So you make a body attribute, and that's how many more HP you gain, right?
For the entire combat and D4 rounds after combat?
Yep.
Okay.
Sweet. 11 more HP. Stacked on top.
Nice.
Nice,
Hey,
okay.
that puts you over 100.
Yep.
Oh, just in time for the music. All right, here we go. The Tormentor, the other one.
Oh, snap.
Comes to here. This huge, disgusting creature. They fought one before. These are one of the Acolytes of the Dark God here. It comes towards you, and it has all these like black tentacles that are swaying. As it gets to that area right there, a little ways away from you, its head kind of splits open and it lets out this horrible roar, same one that you heard before. But it tries to attack you with the this ability here, which I'll just post it up here for you guys to see, so I can remember the rules too. Attack screeches and assaults the target with a mental blast that can reach up to 6 hexes away and cause sonic damage. Those hit must make a willpower check. All right, let's see if he hits first. This will be his attack for this round. Now you can roll. This is mental defense, but you can roll it twice. Attempting to dodge this guy.
I think I'm 1 hex too far away.
So 16 is what you want to reach on your mental defense, Handsome Rick. You know what? I'm also going to give you a modifier as well. Behind that pillar,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to give you a modifier of 4, because you got cover and stuff.
Okay. That's with the modifier.
Oh my god. Oh no. All right.
Wow, that's only a D20.
Yeah. All right, you got one more chance since you did the defensive stance.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Come on, show us the money.
4 modifier. It's gotta work. It's got to. Oh my god.
Like a fat guy hiding behind a tiny little twig.
All right.
Yeah, there we go. Look at that.
All right. The torment does ×2 sonic damage. I don't think you have any sonic resistance, do you?
Do not have sonic resistance, no.
Yeah.
I got you.
I think there's one person that's got sonic resistance.
Shoots our
here.
flexes in the water.
The gift that keeps on giving. Damn, 44 damage.
Oof.
Wow.
You do get toughness if you have any toughness, or fortitude. Sorry, no fortitude though. So just 44 straight off your 102.
So those extra hit points are for him.
It's your green bubble there.
Oh, that's right.
You can click on
Damn.
there. And you have to make a willpower check with your attributes. The creature rolls its willpower, and you have to defeat his willpower.
Ooh,
You defeated his willpower.
nice.
It tries to assault you with all these horrific images. For a moment, you can see Duragar is like contorting into a wicked demonic creature, but you're able to overcome this.
Yeah, I'm not too tense.
Alright. Another ghoul comes out of the darkness over here. but he is only going to reach. Let's see, I don't think he's going to make it. No, only to there. Sharfine, he comes swishing through the water and comes up right there. Shuthar, off bog. It is your turn.
Yeah, Shuthar he'll take a step over here to kind of block off both of these guys. And he will do a quick attack. How does that work? I never do that.
It's just go up to attacks and one attack action.
Gotcha. With his
You can just hit enter. Pretty
Spear.
basic. They're usually like set up for quick attacks. 8. All right, he comes up and he is going to try and what's he got in his hand? All right, he's got an axe. Lizard man with an axe. He's going to try to block it.
Try it.
He does.
I will strike again. I have 3 attempts. I have 3 actions, so.
Cool.
Just another legendary spears.
Same thing,
got-
block.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hit.
Alright, that'll be
Oh. Crappy damage. Only one gets through. So you got one more. You could burn a frenzy to make it heavy if you want, or you could do another quick.
just another quick. Ooh. Ugh. Shuthar had
Who is
good
that?
round.
Is that Prank?
Yeah, it is
It
prank.
is
just
prank.
Topped on.
It is.
It is. I just muted myself because I didn't want to interrupt you.
You're standing outside.
He's watching the door while we fight.
Are you wanting to jump in?
I didn't know that was a possibility. I would always love to, but I don't want to interrupt you guys.
You could totally jump in. I don't mind if you guys don't mind.
He's gonna throw another tormentor in here when you join us.
Demon Gate's minions are strengthened.
That's funny.
No. You can totally jump in though if you want to. He blocks that last one. Do you want to burn any frenzy?
No, I'm good. That's it for Shuthar.
All right. Handsome Rick.
Rick, after just taking that psychic tormenting, screaming, or whatever it was, decides that staying behind this pole is no longer a viable option. He, with the chains wrapped around one hand, he grabs the pole arm with both hands and lunges forward towards the tormentor. Swinging the blade of the pole arm wildly at it.
You can do a quick attack or you can do a heavy attack. Heavy attack, if you hit, it deals ×2 damage.
Yeah, and since this is my first attack, do I still get the +1 from the 2 battle cries or war cries?
Yeah, you do.
And the +1 from, was it Callum or someone who gave it?
Yeah, that's correct. So your modifier will be 2.
Okay, so the war cries don't stack?
Does it stack for the plus to hit? I cannot
Only
recall.
for the first round.
Okay,
not
cool.
now. We're in round 2 now.
Oh, is this round 2?
Oh,
Yeah.
not the first round of actually attacking.
Yeah. Oh well,
Oh.
it only lasts for 1 round. I'm not sure. See how it's working.
You know what? Go ahead. Go ahead and use it.
Yeah. We'll never
So-
use it the first round anyway.
Yeah, go ahead and use it. So you would have 3 on your modifier to attack.
And this is still just one action, correct?
This is 2 actions. If you wanted to do a heavy
Yes.
attack, yeah. Nice. All right. The tormentor tries to defend. Oh my goodness, it does. Now you can do you can burn 2 frenzy if you want to and do the same thing that you just tried.
Yes, I will burn 2 frenzy. And
That's
do
in
the
your
exact same thing.
cool. That's in your red bubble there. That would go down to 8. Those go away. They don't regenerate like other stats, but you
okay.
can buy more with experience.
And after Rick's turn, could I take my shot that I was holding?
Oh yes, definitely.
Thanks.
Let's try this again. 22. There's no way, right? There's no way. Unless he rolls a nat 20. Okay, you got him.
So Rick brings the glaive down, heavy and hard, on top of this tormentor, with like a sickening thunk right into its flesh.
And now you're gonna click on damage. And go ahead and choose your glaive there. No modifier for this for damage, but you're gonna put power 3 in. It's a heavy attack, but this is special blade. Nice. It takes a nice
69.
wound. Nice wound.
Nice wound.
Nice wound at 69.
Yeah, Rick actually has to give it a little tug to get the blade unstuck from the body of the tormentor as he pulls it back towards him.
Nice.
Yeah, it screeches too. You can see some weird, nasty black blood spray out of it. It is now the ghoul's turn. Hey, Prank, go ahead and roll an ish.
Could I take my turn for the ghoul?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Thanks. I think I just get 1 attack, don't I? And you said it was at -2, which will cancel out my +2 from Deadeye.
Yeah, if you wanted to save, like, it's totally up to you what you wanted to save, how many actions. If you wanted to save, like, 2 and do a Deadeye, yeah, it would, yeah.
Cool, thank you. I'll do that. So short bow, 0 modifier because it cancels out, and 2 actions. Ha ha ha!
Oh my god.
He's back.
Oh,
In true fashion.
Did he hit me?
oh no. Oh no,
Not if he
roll let's see the fumble table.
Where's fumble?
18
There we
higher
go.
than 1.
Shooting.
you.
Fumble.
Shooting.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oof.
Is that your short bow?
Yeah.
Oh crap. So that's probably the bowstring.
Right. Yeah, so that goes snap. So yeah, he's been holding the bow taut for just a long time here, and then when he finally lets it go, there's a kind of unpleasant kind of twang, and he curses like and kind of shakes his fingers as thing snaps back against them, and the arrow just clatters to the floor.
You just waited too long to take a shot.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And this time, Slip's character was nowhere near.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't blame her. Pardon, there's no women to blame.
Maybe he got distracted by a stone.
Yeah.
It has a very suggestive figure in one of those pictures.
Maybe he gets distracted by bog crawls too. I mean, he's open to all sorts of things.
He's handsome.
True.
All right, the ghoul tries to slice into Suthar. Hack into you with a heavy attack at 8.
Shoot, they're outnumbered at this point.
Yeah, you'll suffer a -1.
Sure. I'll defend with my shield again. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't do my modifier. Negative, whatever you said.
You're good.
Yeah.
Totally good. Nice. Gunratet.
Gunross, seeing this ghoul attacking his very dumb lizard friend and his friend Calamir in danger, Gunra leaps across the room and in a fury not only attacks with his Argent Blade with 2 actions.
Yes, the Adarga. And he's hit.
Alright, Darga going for damage and no modifier, but times 2 damage.
Nice.
He then swings around and attacks with his jewel dagger. Oh, by the way, do I get a modifier for 3 of the guys being around?
No. Are you as long as like if they're engaged on you or whatever? Are you talking about that guy?
Yeah.
Actually, he would suffer a -1 to defend,
Okay.
so that should be on my end, really.
That was supposed to be a 2-action roll.
Okay. So you attacked with a. Let me see something real quick. How many attacks do you? Okay, you have 5 actions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what talents do you have? You don't have combo, do you? No.
No.
You don't have combo attack. Okay.
But I
alright.
do have ambidextrous.
Awesome. All right. Now, what do you want to do? That was one heavy.
Yeah, I meant to roll a.
Another heavy.
Yeah, but we'll let it play out like this.
All right. He dodges that one.
And another heavy from the Adaga, in just a fury of strikes.
This one, he is going to try to block with his melee weapon. The first 2 were probably like him pivoting and spinning around to like dodge, and then he tries to get that one to block, but he got him. That first one like took his. Oh, nice! How do you kill him?
Oh, and just a utter fury of attacks, flipping and rolling, just slicing at this guy. Eventually, just hooks him right underneath the armpit, right through the rib cage, and just rips open his chest, probably about 5 or 6 inches from the outside of his armpit into his solar plex, and just watches this creature go limp on his blade. Just then, Gunross shouts out, "Nahar! There's another of those creatures!" And that'll be my turn.
Durgar shouts back, "There are more of these?"
Calamir is going to go hide up against the wall. Durgar, your turn.
Right, so Duragar, cursing, drops his bow. He has actually got a spare bow, but it's back on his horse. But he does have a crossbow on his back, so he reaches round and he can take the crossbow off his back for no actions because of quick draw, and grab a bolt as well. But he needs to use 4 actions to reload. So how many does he have? He has 3 shooting actions. So that's going to be this round basically, and then next round he'll need to use just 1 more action to reload, and then he'll be able to fire.
Do you want to attempt to get a shot off and make a dexterity check to try to get that loaded quick?
Not with Handsome Rick possibly in the way. That might might not end well. But thank
Cool.
you.
All right. Hamnahar.
Cool. I have 2 quick questions, if that's all right.
Uh-huh.
So I can move up to 6 spaces. That's my full movement, correct?
Your
Your run more than likely is 12 then.
Let me see. I gotta check your character real quick. It's next to your dexterity, 3/6. Do you have the talent charge? It's in melee, so
I do.
You do. So that would actually bring your bonus up. So that one's missing right there. So that's gonna bring you up to a movement of 4. Let's see. 4/8. So you can run 8 hexes.
Cool. Awesome. Okay, so then you just hear like splash, 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 splash as you just like hear Hamnahar running towards this. And they will die by my hand! As he just charges in. And that's my turn.
Nice. He's in the room now. All right, Tormentor.
Ugh.
The Tormentor, damn it.
The Tormentor has got some scary tricks up its sleeve.
Yes.
We didn't give it a chance last time. This 1v1 is a whole other story.
He's going to try the black tentacle. Heavy attack at you. All right, 13 coming at Handsome Jack.
Rick.
Or Handsome Rick. Handsome Jack. What is that from?
Am I just using defense on this?
Yes, you can do defense. You can choose to dodge, or you can do a defend with melee weapon, or block with melee.
Is that worse than dodging?
Blocking with melee actually gives you a better chance by +1 only. But if you match his 13, it has a chance of like knocking your weapon out of your hand, or or breaking it, or stuff like that.
Okay.
Nice.
There
Nice.
we go. Rick doesn't care about this weapon.
Yeah, right.
It's not my weapon.
And then it's going to try to grab you with its other tentacle. And this is just a quick attack. Trying to wrap it around you. Nice. That means it hits the weapon. Let's see. Match. Okay, lost footing. Dex check. Target number equal to the attack roll. Okay, so you got to make a dex check. If you don't reach a target number of 12, it knocks you to the ground. That's not bad. So, he's on the ground.
So he knocks back the first attack with this weapon, and then the other one's coming at him. He sees it. He tries to swing the polearm around to knock that one back, but instead it catches him by the leg or by the weapon and twists him up until he gets spun around and falls to the ground.
Nice. It is the ghoul's turn. I should say you should be able to, like, if you wanted to, you could sacrifice, just let the weapon go, or you can take the fall to the ground.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Would you rather have the weapon thrown to the ground, or him wrap around it?
You want to go
Actually, I'd rather him knock the weapon to the ground than be falling.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, that'll be what happens then. Let's do that. Sweet. All right. To the other ghoul. This ghoul has the stone axe. He screams and he tries to like raise it above his head and come down on you. That sounded bad. With the stone axe.
Try to block with my shield.
Only a 7. Nice.
Tink.
And Shutha.
Shooter will retaliate with an aimed strong attack. One big attack.
He tries to dodge it, but he gets hit.
Spear goes right into his dumb undead chest. I'm sorry, is it times? Oh, sorry, it was I failed that. I'll try that again. Damage is no modifier, but times 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Or is it times 3 because it's power and concentrated? Or how does that work?
No,
Yeah,
power
it's
2.
times 2. That's right. Okay. Spear times no modifier times 2.
Nice. That knocks him down too. Not only does it kick his ass. All right. Do you want to do anything else to him?
That's it for Shooter.
All right, Rick, what are you doing?
So Rick still has the chains with the cement
Nice.
in them wrapped around his arms.
There's none.
So as soon as the weapon gets knocked out of his hand, he instinctively and immediately flings his arms around. The chains come loose just enough to give a little slack. And as he swings it around, he grabs the other end of the chain with his other hand, swings it around over his head, and brings it down on top of the tormentors as hard as he can.
Nice. So this will be a 2-action attack with the flail. If you want to, I can write it in there real quick for you.
Yeah, I don't know that to be here.
Chain flail. It does a D10 and a D8 damage. You're not specialized in flails, are you?
I am not.
All
I'm
right.
not specialized in any of these weapons I'm using.
Sorry to take all of your stuff from you. That sucks. All right. I'm gonna say though, you do see like directly behind him. Your gear is probably stashed right there. You can see it's open. That lid of the coffin is like laying on the side.
Yeah, I just gotta get to a tormentor, that's all.
All right. It should be there in your equipment there. You can do that attack.
All right.
Oh, nice. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Oh,
Damn.
Jeez.
Not making the introduction of Rick very easy.
All right. This ghoul right here.
I think this creature has a secret ability of just sucking all the talent out of, in this case, Duragar, and just absorbing it.
Gunratet.
Gunratet takes off bolting behind this ghoul laying on the ground, and with both his jewel dagger and the other blade, he's going to slam them down in a heavy attack on both of them into it.
Nice.
That was supposed to be a heavy.
Just gonna get a -2 actually.
Defender wins.
Mm,
But he is flat-footed, right?
yeah, I took my -2 off of him. So he does. He dodges.
All right, and the other one.
Music should be up. Can you guys hear it?
The song just ended.
Yeah, it's not repeating.
Oh, weird.
Jeweled attack, jeweled dagger attack.
Attack him with a
14, 14, 14.
You ask him who will save his souls. Little jewel.
All right, so I'll do the damage for this one. And no modifier, but times 2 damage.
Who was the one that killed? Ooh, what does it look like as you kill that one?
Just after the ghoul rolls from his first attack, he rolls right into the second one, and it just comes right through the split between his eyes, just slamming it in so hard that it just splits the skull.
Calamir, you notice too, it starts to turn to ash and fall apart in the water. Calamir looks over to Humnahar, and he looks actually like happy that you arrived. He's like, Humnahar, you are here. Duragar.
Okay, so Duragar spends one action to finish reloading the crossbow. And then he mutters to himself, right, let's see if this thing's any better. And he'll take a Deadeye shot.
I just remembered something. Calamir's song is going, and we have a +1 to attack.
Yeah.
A modifier of 1.
Oh, thank you.
So your Deadeye is going to be usually +2 modifier to hit for aiming, but now you're going to have a 3 modifier to hit.
Great, thank you.
Oh, that wouldn't matter. I still would have died.
Hey, that's better. 17. Come on, don't dodge this time.
I've been rolling crazy for the Tormentor. Got him.
Hey! Alright, this is crossbow, and it's times 2. 16. Not great.
Right.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah. I rolled a 5 on 2d12. That didn't help.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. Plunk.
It's a hit.
It did. It did.
And then, no, I've got no more actions. That's me.
Humnahar.
I am here to kill demons.
That's my turn.
He's going to spend the whole battle running across the whole place. Torment.
Yeah, as Humnahar says that, Duragar's like putting a new bolt in his crossbow, and as so he just points in the direction of this thing with the crossbow bolt and nods as he's trying to reload.
All right. This creature is going to try and get a friend for the
What
fight
creature?
here. The Tormentor.
Oh.
He is going to try to convince handsome Rick to be his friend. Here it comes.
What the hell?
Torment.
Everyone wants to be your friend, right?
This is a mental attack here at you, Rick.
Okay, so mental defense.
Yeah.
Oh! Man, we keep getting one off from each other.
Wait. Does Calamir's roll affect that at all, or no?
No,
It
that
was
would be
only
for
for
defense. Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
All right, 28 damage. But go ahead and make a willpower check.
This is where you really need to get lucky.
Yeah, if you do my willpower, dude, how luck can you get?
I just maxed on mine.
Oof.
All right. You can just kind of. How does that look? He's trying to like basically give you these visions in your head and assault you that he's the good guy and your friends are the enemies.
Yeah, Rick has a headache and there's like ringing in his ears, and he just can't get the thought out of his head that he's fighting the wrong thing. He shouldn't be fighting this thing. He should turn and fight the others. And it's this overwhelming urge just ringing in his ears.
It's going to take its ethereal form and move at this time. I'm kind of glad it hit you, so now I can go somewhere else.
Get out of my way.
And fight the one that
He's here to
killed
fight
its friend there. All right, you see that it takes like this mist form after it hits Rick, you know, with that assault, and it screeches in his face, and then it kind of takes this mist form around him and flows through the chamber, right past Duragar, and he like takes form again right on the steps. As Hamnahar, you're kind of like charging, right? And he takes form again. He's gonna use his last action and a frenzy to heavy attack you with his tentacles. Oh, 21.
Wow.
Nahar can take it. Oh.
All right.
Welcome to the game, Hamnahar.
Glad to be here.
Did it not roll? Why is it not rolling here? $36. Oh, you got some good armor. 33.
Yeah.
All right.
3 damage.
Nice. That's only a slap.
Yeah.
All right. Shuthar.
Can Shuthar attack from down here? Or does he need to be on the stairs? Over here.
Oh, yeah, you can get him.
The squares are awkward. Yeah, Shuthar will be excited to see his friend Hamnahar and say, "Look, there's a demon. Let's kill it!" And we'll attack with his power attack, aiming at this demon thing that just popped up. Ugh.
You guys took this thing out pretty quick last time.
Yeah. Hey, there we go. Oops. Hey.
Nice chunk out of it. All right, anything else from Shuthar?
That's it, Shooty.
All right, Rick.
What can I do right now? Am I still like under a spell or whatever that is?
For 1 round only, you're going to want to crush the closest enemy. I think it's Duragar.
Hey.
So knowing
Pick up your own size.
knowing that I don't want to
You probably
do this,
can't
but
get
I just
there.
have this compelling this compelling desire to hit Durgar with these chains. I start running at him,
So Duragar probably doesn't realize what's going on
Mhm.
until he gets attacked, because he's probably looking at this demon that's just gone straight past him. And when he hears Rick running up, he'll assume he's coming after the demon. So he probably won't even look round.
That's as far as Rick can get in his run. Oh,
Nice.
He runs 4 steps.
There's some flails that have a reach,
Including this chain, I'm sure.
but let me see. Range is ranges vary from 1 to 3. Go ahead and roll a D3, Rick. Let's see how far that chain stretches. Just to see how many hexes.
oops, the other way around.
Oh yeah, backslash R.
I thought I just.
Did the same one.
It's all good.
Ooh, got
It just
some
happens to be a
reach.
long chain.
Lucky
Damn it,
Duragar.
Rogue.
That was an evil move, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's 3. It's
You know-
long enough.
You know how I said, Bees, that Rogue wasn't trying to kill us? I think
Yeah,
now
I
he
know.
is.
I heard. Yeah. Famous last words.
Yeah, this will be my best rolls of the night now.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Rick Dwarf Slayer.
So I run at him, and as I'm running, I'm trailing the cement at the end of this chain behind me,
Jeez.
just swing it just straight up over my head and down on top.
Well, Duragar's looking the other way. Yeah.
It's got to be a surprise attack with no defense.
Go ahead. You can try to dodge Durga. I'm sure you'd hurt him.
Yeah, I'm not looking. Do I take a penalty to defense or anything?
No. Go ahead.
Okay.
Ooh.
Hey!
There you go.
I'm so
Duragar
glad.
just hears something behind him and turns around and ducks just in time. As a chain and a lump of cement smacks into the wall where his head would have been.
Unique
He just
and
goes-
custom.
Bloody hell!
All right, Rick.
I'm sorry.
All right, Rick. Burn your frenzy. No, I'm just kidding. Gunrun Ted. Your turn.
Okay, yeah, he is trying to kill you.
No. Go ahead.
All right.
Gunrun Ted.
Gunratet seeing Humnahar and his little lizard friend all of a sudden being engaged. Gunra kicks off the wall instead of jumping forward, and a cat torpedo with his blades crossing in front of him, and just bounds right to this into the side of this tormentor, and attacks with the blade in his right hand. Let's see if I get this action roll right. Alright, and dealing the damage of no modifier, but times 2. 28 with his first blade. Then with his jeweled dagger. Another heavy attack. God, why am I getting such low rolls?
That's not a low roll. If it's above 1, then Durga will be very happy with it. Rogue, are you muted?
Oh, sorry. I was muted the whole time. If you want to burn one frenzy, you could get another heavy if you want.
I was actually thinking about that, but I have the roll for the second attack.
Oh, I rolled an 8. Sorry, I rolled it before you.
Oh.
He dodged.
So I will burn a frenzy, and now that I slammed into the side of this creature, I'm going to take the blade. What did you call this? The Arda
A Darga blade.
Adarga. And do another heavy attack. What is with this?
Hey. Through the armor.
Wow.
All right, and rolling the damage.
Nice. All right, through the armor too. That's good. Slices some more black blood. Calamir is he's gonna have to redo his song now, which is okay because it might actually give you guys more of a bonus. He didn't do too well.
Random question about my jeweled dagger attack.
Uh-huh.
With the +1 and then having 4 of us around the tormentor, would he have had a penalty to the being outgunned?
He did. I
Okay.
put a negative in there. A -2. He should be getting a -2 on all his defenses for right now, since there's 3 attackers. Calamir is trying to sing. He can only give a +1. Do you guys want defense or attack?
Attack.
Yep.
All
We're
right.
all offense.
All right, Duragar.
Okay, so Duragar spends all his actions reloading.
The crossbow of awesomeness.
Yep.
Do you want to try to speed it up with a dex check?
Yeah, because he's got less chance of missing from here. So yeah, he'll do that. Let me. Does his quick draw give him any benefit on reload actions? I don't think it does it?
I've got.
What's up?
I was going to say I've got quick draw for my blades, and it just says it doesn't take an action to swap weapons or pull out weapons.
Yeah, and I think it's the same for shooting. Right. Okay, so I'm going to make a dex check. No. Okay, no worries.
Okay, yeah, I was looking at this. Quick draw, you have the target number was 6. Okay, awesome. So you're struggling to reload, and Humnahar's turn.
Cool. So yeah, Humnahar looks at this thing.
Thank you for making it easier for me to kill you.
And he is going to get a plus. How much of a modifier does Calamir's song give us?
Only +1.
+1. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, he's going to use his silver-coated Vashalik axe with a chi strike. And his +1 plus my demon hate gives me a +3 total. Not to mention my other stuff to hit. So this is going to be a 1 action, but if it hits, it'll be ×3 because my weapon is consecrated and he's a demon.
Omnar's so excited to be fighting demons.
All right,
I
so this is
really am.
quick action. 1, 2, 3. All right, outnumbered. All right. And this is just a quick attack?
Yep, it's just a quick attack. Oh, hell yeah.
That's a hit.
Wow.
Oh, yes! Okay, cool. Damage, silver-coated, Vashalik axe plus chi strike, modifier 0, but it's a ×3.
That's
My
a
God,
quick,
look at those-
quick
look at those
strike for
dice.
90.
Look at those dice.
Yeah, so he brings it down and he prepares to deliver another blow, and he goes,
Allow me to reintroduce you to your friend.
and he's going to come down with another quick strike. +3 modifier, 1 action. Oh, hell yeah.
The one person getting good rolls tonight is our damage dealer.
Got him.
Damage, silver coated, modifier 0 times 3. Bada bing, bada boom! 75
Nice.
damage.
How do you end the demon?
So yeah, he looks at it in his eye, and he like charges it up with this final chi strike, and he just like cuts it, like where like the cheeks would connect to the lower part of the jaw. So he sees like head flap back. That's like the first strike, and then the second strike is like he kicks it and then just like brings the overhead axe down into this thing. There's like a big old gush of blood.
Nice. You see the lights shoots out of the blade wound of it, and it just dissipates.
And as soon as the tormentor is dropped, Rick immediately drops to his knees and he's holding the sides of his head as the radiant starts dissipating and leaving his head.
Yeah, and we're out of combat, so you guys can take over RP.
I don't think Shuthar even saw. I mean, I don't know if anyone else even saw Rick hit Durgar.
Yeah. Duragar doesn't really realize it was deliberate. He turns around and just says, "You got to watch where you're swinging that bloody chain. In here, took my head off."
Rick, from the ground, stands up and looks at him. Oh, I'm sorry, little dwarf. I don't know what happened. I was chasing that thing, and all of a sudden, well, I don't know. I just need to get out of here, find my things.
It's all right. We all miss sometimes. And Duragar picks up his broken bow from the ground, his bow with the broken string from the ground, and just waves it somewhat ruefully at Rick, and then goes to put it on his back and realizes that there's nothing to keep it on his back now, so he has to hold it. He puts his crossbow on his back.
That's so sad. Shooter will say, "We all miss sometimes. You miss all the time, I think."
And Duragar sort of taps the crossbow and goes, "I hit with this. It takes bloody ages to reload, but I hit with it.
Yeah,
100% hit rate so far." And he goes off to get his one crossbow bolt, which I guess is probably on the ground here because it was stuck in the demon.
We were fine. I'm glad you are here, but I'm glad we kept you safe.
Thank you for keeping me safe, Shuthar.
And he smiles at that.
This is our new friend, Rick. He is very big.
When you look over at Rick, he's kneeling down and picking up the polearm that was knocked down, and you see him start disappearing up these stairs.
Oh, where's he going? Hey, Rick! Rick! Oh, he's gone. And Duragar starts following.
Yeah, Shooter, slow down. We can't keep you safe if you're too far ahead. We follow him into this room.
Was there anything left from that creature that Hum can like harvest for future demon hunter crap?
Yeah, there is. You could get like some fragments. Like most of it degraded as usual when the demons are killed. Like most of them turn to ash or stuff. But sometimes they leave behind like, at least ash or like parts of bones and stuff like that. So, yeah, you could take like a piece of a rib bone or something, or whatever you want.
Rib bone it is.
That one was. I did want to mention, you still feel the tingles, though, the sensation. Like this place is still not clean, right?
Gotcha. Has the jet engine disappeared, or is it still present?
My jet engine's gone.
Okay, cool.
handsome Rick. When you get over to your gear, you find your stuff has been like thrown in there. There's a lot of other stuff as well that look like they were taking things from other people and placing them in these old sarcophagus. The remains of an old Sharfine are still in there, and this stuff is just like kind of thrown on top of the bones. You also notice more murals in here and depictions of it looks like Sharfines are being locked into a prison and sealed by a different group of Sharfine that look like they're wearing feathers and stuff like that. The ones that are locked in the prison, though, are like they have robes on and kind of like reaching through the bars of these prisons in this drawing.
Completely ignoring the drawings of others, Rick just reaches down and starts grabbing his items out of this sarcophagus or this coffin, whatever it is. He just handily flipped the lid off of it and saw his things there. Reaches down and starts grabbing his things. When he notices all the other stuff inside as well, he just looks for anything that might look useful or valuable.
Yeah, Shooter might notice him say, "These things are all yours. You have a lot of things." These things are all yours, Rick?
And Rick turns to him. Oi, little lizard. Now this right here is mine. This right here, mine. He finds a couple of other things. This is mine. He grabs his stone knife, his stone axe, his short bow, all the stuff that he had on previously. He attaches it back onto his person, and like I said, now he's just kind of like thumbing through all the other stuff.
You were very lucky we found you.
Yes, I'm very lucky. I do owe you. If I hadn't gotten out of here, well, I don't know what would have happened, but I was lucky that you and your other little friend over there were here. He nods over to Durgar when he says that.
And Durgar nods back and says, well, who wouldn't help out someone who'd been found chained to an altar for sacrifice? I mean, you have to be pretty sorry waste for a person if you wouldn't help someone out in that situation. What we got here anyway? He was a little bit distracted while he was talking to Rick because he was actually kind of eyeing up all the stuff in the room.
And Rick steps aside and says, I don't know, just a bunch of stuff in there. And he steps off to the side so that they can take a look in.
Sure, y'all can look at that stuff while Shuthar's kind of inspecting the walls. If you need to do, if there's any loot to go through.
Yeah. Durgar rushes past Shuthar and starts rummaging excitedly through. Does he discover anything much?
Sorry, Marcos nods to Gunratet as he walks by.
Yeah, I was trying to sneak up on him so I could try to jump scare him.
He's like, are the others in here? I hear them talking.
Just go forward some. By the way, try not to yell.
Oh, is there something else?
You'll find out. Just go on in there.
He sees the walls too with all the markings and stuff, and I mean, he's like, that's his thing. He's like deciphering things, and he's a linguist and everything like that too. So he starts like getting into the things on the walls, like checking it out and trying to decipher these words. Oh, very, very interesting. And he looks over and he sees Suthar walking up the steps. Did you find any good treasures in here?
Oh, Rick's. We found Rick's things. This is Rick. He is our new friend.
Oh,
That Rick steps out into the walkway or the stairway there. Hello, my name's Rick. My friends they don't call me Handsome Rick, but you can call me Rick.
Handsome Rick, huh? Well,
It's because I'm so pretty.
well, obviously you are. And he smiles. You can see he's wearing a patch on one eye, and he's an Espados and a human. And he says, "What were you doing in here?"
When I woke up in here, I was tracking someone through the swamps. Someone who owed me some coin. I was going to get it back. Next thing I knew, chained to that table right there next. When these two little fellas came out, and they done helped me get away. And he's nodding to Durgar and what's the other? Shuthar? When he says these two little fellas.
Marcus smiles and nods, and he looks over to Humnahar and says, "Is this place, is it no danger anymore?"
Rick just shrugs.
There is still danger. There are demons in this place still. Calamir, come closer so they don't eat you.
He comes running in there when you say that. Oh, yes, my friend. It's a good idea. I should stand over here.
But yes, friends, there is still some presence in this place.
And I'll just be watching this area while everybody's gathering their things.
If you want to, Humnahar, you can roll perception and kind of like feel out that sensation, like where it's coming from, you know. Shuthar, did you were looking at the wall?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, can you give me an intelligence check, or if I don't think you have any like history skills or anything like that, right?
That'll be a raw intelligence. No bonuses for knowing the language or anything like that, or the culture.
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. Do a 3 modifier.
All right, I need it. My intelligence.
Cool. In the images, you pretty much figure out that all of these things were this was, of course, like a temple to Nagath, right? And then some of the pictures depict them being locked up, right, by another tribe of Sharfin. And you can see this tribe, the Wearing Feathers, and they look like, you know, normal Sharfin, like from your village even, you know. And these, it seems that there were 2 acolytes of the high priest, and the acolytes were locked in this chamber. And the high priest was also locked in this chamber. And he requires several souls to be sacrificed and able to bring him back and unlock the door to his sarcophagus, basically. Which is over here.
Is it the first room we were in? I'm sorry, I can't see beyond where we are currently.
Oh, it's over by Marcos, the other door that's locked over here.
Okay.
But several of these places, these rooms were like, just like those ghouls were basically servants, you know.
So yes, I report this to the party. There was many bad things here. This one big priest and 2 acolytes. live here. I believe we've killed the 2 acolytes. He points to the dead thing on the stairs. But it appears that they require. He points to the pictures. This is a sacrifice. They need people to kill to gain access to open the crypt for the big priest. I think this is Rick's job. You were to be killed to free the big priest. He is still here somewhere.
I say we take anything that we can find and we just leave.
This is a good idea. We can leave.
And he looks to Nahar, though, when he says it. Marcus does.
There is evil in this place that must be extinguished.
And Nahar has a hunch, and he wants to move. He wants to move to that room we discovered last week. I don't know if you follow me, Rogue, but there was like a trapped. There was like a room over here that we sensed evil from, but we left it closed. And originally I thought that maybe the tormentors had squeaked out, but I'd like to go back over there and see if the sense of evil grows stronger.
Actually, when you go over there, you don't feel it anymore. There was another entrance. You guys had discerned that, like, if you swam under the water at that one place, you could, like, swim up into that tomb, that locked tomb.
Right. But he doesn't detect.
Yeah, you don't feel any. Yeah, you don't feel any evil presence there anymore.
You know what, though? That makes sense, because if they can turn ethereal, then they would have been able to have squeaked out of the hole that went when whatever crashed into the wall and let the water through. That's when they would have been able to have gotten out. So, is that room that Duragar is still in? Is that the particular room that Shuthar? Is that the particular room where everything Shuthar read happened? Or is the tomb where they were trapped this tomb up here, and they just broke out when the statue hit the wall? I'm a verbal processor. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good. Shuthar, now that he's like kind of figured out, the writings over there and stuff, I think it's safe to say that an acolyte was buried in that other tomb, that first one that's locked. And then one was buried in the door where Duragar is standing. The one that Rick opened up.
There is one more place we must investigate.
Nahar. Those ghouls came from the right in the circular chamber.
I think one came from the other direction.
Well, I don't know what or if anything is still around, but considering whatever these things are try sacrificing me, I'll stay by your side, help you try and kill this thing if you'd like.
What is Handsome Rick? Is he like a giant?
He's an ogre.
Oh, sweet. Does he look hurt? Because I know he was fighting that tormentor before I came.
Yeah, he does. Marcos.
All by myself.
Yeah, right. He's the lowest level too, I think.
Hey, I had to take out 3 ghouls.
Marcos turns to you and says, he says, we could use another person on our expedition. Perhaps you could join us.
And Rick looks around. Well, I do like these little ones, and he nods to the lizard and the dwarf. Well, very well then. I'll go ahead and stick by your side for the time being. Can't hurt. I do owe this thing. The edge of this blade, and he holds up the pole arm. Or maybe this stone, and he jangles the chain just a little bit. Either way, I own. I'll stick around.
Upon seeing him hold up the weapon that he pulled off the wall, I'd like to just take a glance at it as he holds it out. See if I can ascertain anything with my just basic intelligence.
Yeah, you can try that one. This one's a little bit harder, but this is more of a thaumaturgy type of roll, but you can do the intel.
All right. And it's a -2 to the modifier for doing it like this, right?
No, I've got the modifier or the target number in my head. I'll go ahead and give it to you. The target number is 10.
And nope. No go.
Yeah, but just looking at it plainly, it does look like there's more Sharfine markings on it, and it actually looks like it has a like a strange type of metal that you haven't seen before, almost like a red shimmer to it when you turn it in the light. If there's any light in here, well, there has to be. I guess Marcos needs light.
Yeah, with his one eye.
Yeah, he's probably got a torch.
I just won't say anything.
If you will be joining us, we need you in tip-top shape.
And Nahar will kind of stride over there and hand him 2 horse tails.
Eat this.
Watch it, it'll make you have to piss like a racehorse.
This is true.
The handsome Rick, as soon as Nahar hands him something and says, "Eat this," Rick wastes no time. He just immediately starts shoving it in his mouth and chewing and chomping and slobbering all over it.
Put the dome twice.
Legit. All right, you get 8d6 exploding die for healing.
Oh wow!
What was that?
It was 2 horsetail. I picked it
okay.
up on my way in the swamps, so I'm down to 3 left.
46 each.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Wow. Okay.
That regenerates the HP. Nice, 33 HP back.
Did you say it was exploding?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get 2 more.
So those two. Okay.
Yeah. And if you want to, when you write the equation out, you can put an exclamation point and next to the dice, and it'll explode anything.
Nice, man. Nice.
Sweet. 42 back.
Nice.
How are you feeling after that?
Well, he would
Nahar
have
is taking out. Oh, go ahead.
lost the 11 too that he had gained during the ability. But does that heal him up to max?
Yes, and plus some.
Okay, cool. So he'll just be at max then, which is 92. I'll set him up. Sweet. Wounds start to
And-
regenerate.
Rick feels his strength coming back and the whatever pain he did have from the dissipating as he feels himself becoming stronger, and he looks over at Nahar and he nods. Thank you. I did need that. I do appreciate it. You will have my weapons at your side if you decide you'll have me.
Looks at Marcos, but he nods.
Durgar.
Yeah, so Duragar had gone outside and he's coming back in now. He wandered past everyone while this was going on, just humming happily to himself.
Just
and
looting.
carrying a load of stuff that he'd taken for the chest. And he comes back with a rather pungent smelling cigar in his mouth, and he's obviously stored all the stuff outside, and he's looking in fine spirits now as he heads back towards the party.
I'm gonna say that on that one ghoul archer that didn't really get to attack, you do find a nice bow that this ghoul
nice.
was about to attack you guys with.
Do you need a bow,
It would be perfect for you.
I did actually have a spare one outside, but if this one looks nice, then I might use it for now until we do it up properly. If no one objects.
Gunrod just now realizing, oh crap, I threw a bunch of shit. It goes and starts collecting his 2 knife blades that he threw. Well, no, he can't find the one because it's in someone's belt, and then picks up his 2 javelins.
Oh, when Duragar sees him searching, and he goes, "Oh yeah, over here," and he waves the dagger that he's picked up.
Ah, there it is. I was really hoping the pointy end didn't stick in you.
No, I think I'm all right. I don't feel like I'm leaking. And he kind of feels around his back, and he's like, pulls his hand out. There's no blood in it. And he's like, "No, we're good."
Ah, okay. At least it worked.
Oh, it did.
And I didn't want to give away my position. Have you ever thought about trying to be sneaky before you attack with that bow?
Oh, aye. If I'm off by myself, I'm not bad. But well, I tend to find it's best to hang back with you lot going ahead. This time I got a bit caught unawares, really.
Let me see something.
Yes. Just like you were almost caught unaware when that stone chain nearly hit you.
Because where I was at, I would have been able to see that.
Yeah, and I say, well, he's apologised for that. That were a bit clumsy, but I'm no stranger to that, am I? Sort of bloody bowstring back there.
Well, from where I was standing, that almost looked deliberate.
You what?
Yeah.
Deliberate?
That almost, like I said, that almost looked deliberate.
What, you think we can't trust him?
I say keep a weathered eye.
Aye, we don't know him yet, right?
Exactly.
Aye. Oh, thanks, I'll keep an eye out. And Duragar's like, he's puffing away on his cigar, but he's also kind of sneaking a few furtive glances towards Rick.
We should investigate the rest of this place to find out where this evil is coming from.
I
And
think it's
reconsecrate this place to Ushuthar's deity.
I think it's to the right.
Most of these ghoul things, and he kind of kicks the remaining like bones that's floating in the water.
Came from the right.
Marco's looking at the wall again, translating stuff, and he says, he looks back to where Hamnahar is, and he says, are you sure you want to continue opening chambers in here?
How will we eliminate the evil that plagues this place if we don't?
Well, it seems like there's a powerful spell locking this spirit here. If we undo this magic, it could set the creature free. What if it just runs away?
Hum thinks about that.
We could blow up the entrance, or just have our big friend here smash it and cave it all in, and leave it behind. And get on to Wyrmfall.
Hum is looking, he's actually thinking about it, and then he looks up at Marcos.
It is my experience that when evil has a place to fester, like a wound, it can grow gangrenous, creeping, slowly infecting the rest of the host. I see the wisdom in what you say, Marcos, but as long as this gangrenous limb is allowed to maintain, it will spread. And then he looks at Shuthar when he says that, and looks back at Marcos. For the safety of these people, we must at least see what we're dealing with.
Yeah, Shuthar's not paying attention to the conversation. He's still kind of analyzing the walls since he kind of blazed through this room earlier. He's kind of just looking around and everything, not listening to anybody.
He says, oh, go ahead.
Handsome Rick sees Mark, Shuthar, other people looking at the paintings and thinks they must be important, so he just starts looking at them, not understanding them, not knowing anything. He's just standing there looking at the painting.
And Marcos, he says, what do you say, Durgar? You think we should free this thing and fight it?
Duragar's sat down on the steps and he's puffing away on his cigar and looking very peaceful. And he goes, what thing? And it's plain that he just hasn't been, between being outside and coming through here and just puffing on his cigar and humming to himself, he just hasn't really been paying much attention. He's like, yeah, I agree with you. All of you. And he sits back and puffs on his cigar some more.
Calamir comes and sits down next to you, and he says, oh, what are you doing, my friend?
Well, I'm not sure you want to get into this stuff. It's it's an expensive habit, but feel free to have a puff if you like. And he holds out the cable cigar.
Yeah, he definitely takes some and starts to smoke on the stairs with you.
Yeah, we're just handing it back and forth as we... the Cheech and Chong of the adventuring party. As the others going around being professional.
Marcus looks over to Gunratet and sighs, and he says, there's no talking the demon hunter out of it.
No, there's not. But there is something that we can always go count on. Usually, the High Priest always has a lot of gold and plunder.
No, you are talking my language.
We might be able to reimburse some of your investments.
Unless you took a vow of poverty.
Oh,
Do you honestly think a dark god would not be ruled with money?
I don't know. And he points at Shuthar when he says that. When we were in your village, it didn't look very rich.
Shooter kind of twists his head. He says, "Oh, we don't worship the Dark One in my village." I don't know.
There's a cough from the stairs, and a voice says, "I like the thought of money. Some of us have got overheads." And he takes a puff on his overhead. And
Is that what you call those things? Overheads?
they're not cheap, son. They're not cheap.
Marcus walks over to Rick, and he says, "To the place we are going, my friend, there are treasures. You will be a king in your own land. Whatever you want."
Oh, treasures.
And Rick looks down at him and looks out the rest. Well, if there's a chance for gold or coin, well then, that makes it all that much more interesting to me. I think that if that's where you're headed and what you want to do, I'm all for it. Like I said, I was tracking someone through these swamps who owed me a coin. So, if you got a handle on some, I'll gladly join you and help carry the weight.
Hey, big guy, what was the dude's name? I mean, our little lizard friend here who lives in the area.
Sorry, what was the question? And who are you asking it to?
Asking Rick, but I'm calling him Big Guy. What's the guy's name that he was trying to find? Because we're from the area.
Well, he was a sneaky little guy. His name goes by Krista. Krista owed me some money for muscling in, scaring someone that he wasn't scared. I did it as a favor to him. Didn't charge him my full price, and he still stiffed me. So that's why I came wandering to be here looking for him. And when I was taken, woke up on that table, and here we are.
Perhaps, maybe we could find this man together. Marcos pulls some coin out of his pouch, his satchel there, and he says, "Here, this is your sign-on bonus, my friend." And he's going to drop 20 gold on you.
And Rick's eyes get big. Well, very well, Master Marcos. I'm Rick. You can call me Ensign Rick if you like, but I'm Rick, and I'll be at your service.
He smiles and nods. "It's good to have you with us now. I welcome you. I'm going to wait outside, though." And he looks over to Hamnahar. "And if you wish to finish this, it is up to you. I should probably guard the wagon, though."
Marcos, before you leave, maybe Calamir should go with you as well.
Calamir coughs, and he gets up and he hands you back the cable. And he's like, "That is a good idea, my friend, Gunratet. You have always filled with the best ideas. I should get out of here right now."
We gotta make sure you're safe. Who else is gonna tell my stories?
This is true.
Shooter just kind of tilts his head like a confused dog looking at Rick. In your language, what does handsome mean?
Well, if you see a girl and you want to lay with her, you would say she's pretty, right? Well, I'm handsome. It's like pretty, but for a boy.
No. I don't know.
That's what I've been told. Or you want to argue with me about it?
I don't understand. I will call you Rick.
Very well.
All right, Omnahar, do you want to go to the right or the left?
Let us begin with the right.
It
Yeah,
right.
you take point. I'm going to, I'm going to do my thing.
So Helm will begin to look through the passage, and he's essentially trying to use his senses to kind of like hot and cold it.
Mm-hmm.
So if he feels like it's stronger, he knows he's on the right track. If he feels it weaker, he knows probably not this way.
Yeah. I must say, to speed it up, you do search throughout these chambers. Like some of the sarcophagus are underwater over in this area, especially where the ghouls were. Some of them still have just bones, bodies that are still in there, skeletal remains of Sharfine. Some of them are empty, and most of them have weird, kind of dark, necromantic inscriptions on them, written in Sharfine. So there's no more ghouls in this chamber, but that's mostly where they came from, are these sarcophaguses in here. To the left and the right, both of them are pretty much the same.
Gotcha.
But you do find some more treasures that I will place on a thing for you.
But just typing in that Gunra starts to plunder all these sarcophaguses as everyone's looking.
Does I know you said that they're pretty much the same, and he would look. Does he feel the sense of evil any more strongly one direction, like as he's moving through this circle chamber?
Yep, it's that one door back over here in the main chamber.
Door there.
It's in the altar room where the sacrificial altar is. That's basically where you track down the sensation. Is coming from that one room.
Oh, is there another door down
Gotcha.
there? I didn't even notice.
To the west?
Yeah, it's right here. It's behind the pillar. That's probably why we didn't see it.
Yeah, you can see
So,
the
yeah.
stone and the inscriptions on it that are similar to the other ones, like the Tormentors.
And Shuthar is able to read this. What does it say? This particular one on this door? Or have you already revealed it?
Yeah, basically they're warnings of do not open these doors, for the soul has been locked into this chamber. Pretty much the writing was made most likely by whoever locked them in there.
This magic seems to be working. I believe Marcos is wise that we should leave.
Shuthal, when we came into this place, was the magic working on the two we killed?
I'm sorry, what was that question?
Shuthal, was the magic working on the two tormentors that we killed?
I believe so. He doesn't. He didn't know where they came from. I think that was you picked up with your spidey sense, unless you communicated that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
My point, Shuthal, is that those two escaped. And it was... God knows what corruption they've already accomplished. Perhaps we are in a position to put whatever is behind that wall to an end permanently.
Shuthar is very conflicted. He looks to the ground and kind of shakes his head. I suppose we should do what is good and stop what is bad.
Rick looks over at him. Do you want this door knocked down like the others?
Or we could just sacrifice someone. Perhaps with that shiny spear you've got.
Let's knock down the door.
Is the door here or is it here? If you
Sorry. Door is right here.
So Rick looks around for chains or anything else like were attached to the other door.
It does look like there were once bolts on there, like the chains that you had pulled off before.
Okay. So he just basically puts his shoulder into it.
It gives when you do that.
Good to have an ogre in the party.
So there was once chains, implying that there were chains there at some point.
This place is kind of falling apart. In a way, you might be right. Like, you know what I mean? When you first came in here, that those walls had fallen apart, and that first tormentor was free, right?
Mm-hmm.
As much as it sucks. Nobody wants to do it, except for the demon hunter.
Well, I put my shoulder into it again, trying to knock the door down.
You do as well too. You like easily like, and it cracks, and falls apart. There's no like amazing flash of energy or anything like that. It's just cracks and falls apart, and like the crack runs right through the words that are supposed to be magic, and binding or something. A glow does happen though after the crack has been made and the door falls apart. There's these plants in there that are kind of growing up out of the wall, out of the vines and stuff, and you notice the actual flowers on these plants are illuminating this chamber in like a blue light. Then you find another door. The other door is wooden and it's very simple, and it looks like it's just made of old wood. It has the symbol of Nagath, the broken circle, on the door itself, and you can see it has a handle for like a little like a ring handle, where you could easily just open it up. When you come in here, it seems like these plants are like growing out of the wall, but it looks like it used to be maybe like a plant holder or whatever made out of stone on the wall there.
I'd like to yell at Duragar and Gunratet to join us.
Come closer.
Duragar stretches and takes his cigar back off Gunra and says, "All right, come on, lad. We've got a job to do." And
All right.
yeah, he kind of stretches and gets up and follows him up the stairs. Aye, we're coming.
Rogue, I'd also like to do a plant lore check on these plants, if that's okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Duragar, we might not want to crowd the area. Let's hang back a little bit.
I am not much of a close-up fighter. Then again, the way my look's going, I've not been much of a fighter at all. I don't know what's been with me recently.
So with
off.
with the chains around his wrists, with concrete hanging off of them, he grabs the pole arm and just pushes through this simple door and walks into the next room. If he can't even fit through the door. There it goes.
There it goes.
There
Yeah.
it
Oh, our new friend is trying to die too.
Yeah, you smash it in. You notice that this might have once been the bedchamber of this priest or something, but now it's made into a tomb. The sarcophagus is there. the old writing still on it, the warnings to stay away from it, to leave this thing alone. And the sense is very strong for Hamnahar. You can sense this evil is here in this sarcophagus. The plant that you were looking at, it has mana regeneration properties.
Ooh.
But well, I was gonna have Gunrus walk in the back of the room when everyone's doing that. He was gonna take one of the glowing things because he's been smoking Duragar cigar, so the bulbs are very interesting to him. He kind of like picks one and is like waving it in front of his face and just playing with it.
The cat with the ball.
Yeah.
Basically, cat just had some catnip and has found a ball.
Yeah.
And Rick, being who and what he is, he just walks over there and handily flips the sarcophagus lid off, and it just crashes to the ground.
And once you do that, we're going to go ahead and fade to black.
To be continued.
He's
Say
back at
rocks
full
fall,
health.
everybody, guys.